Shalom. Kol holo Yahweh Ba'asham. Yahweh Shah Ba'asham. Regach Wadash. The bonds of the apostles. The bonds of the elders. The great millstone. Ruel and tells his truth. Much respect to you brothers out there who's preaching his word and truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. Tabernacle David. The hopeful elect and the speckled bird. Shalom, shalom. Let's get into this lesson, man. Right, we are pretty much in the beginning stages of Jacob's trouble. It's not full blown yet, but everything is escalating, and we're about to get that respect. The people are going to learn the hard way that we are truly the men of the Lord, and we told you so. Yeah, pastors were not warning you of these times, just like when the plague hit. And pretty much since 2020, times ain't been the same. Hey, shoot, pretty much 2008, it's been an escalating of things where pretty much after these events, after 9/11, 2008 or so, 2020, things have not been the same. Things are gradually, which actually we can say rapidly, getting worse and worse in the times in which we're in. And your pastors have not been warning you. Your pastors have not been warning you. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and get that scripture. Let's see where we at. I get this right here. Your pastors haven't been warning you. Let's go to Revelation 19. Revelation 19:10, and I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said to me, see thou do it not, and I am thy fellow servant, and thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushua. Worship power, for the testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy. Right? The testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy. And these pastors clearly don't have the spirit. They don't have no true understanding, right? They have been indoctrinated by Esau Edom's wine, right? So this is just one of the videos in which I have pulled up. However I format the video, I may insert a couple videos from some of the other brothers as well. But this is one of the main ones, pretty much the main point, This is just 1 year, a couple months within office. President Trump is turning things up. He is turning things up. It's no more the Department of Defense, is the Department of War. And they coming after you, Jake. Let me go ahead and get some more scriptures, and I'll go ahead and play that video. Let's see, Matthew 24 and verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Right? I believe I was watching GMS Watchmen. He was going into how the ICE agents, they're just pretty much regular workers, regular people off the streets or so. And you go into the contract of ICE, right? All the government benefits in which they getting, the high pay or so, student loan debt forgiveness, if I'm not mistaken, and some other things, just to go after you Jakes. And it's a lot of Jakes going after Jakes too, right? Let's get in a New Living Translation. Sin will be rampant everywhere, and the love of many will grow cold. Under the guidance, under the rulership of Esau Edom, right? Sin has run rampant. You can tell, if the king is righteous, the people under him is going to be righteous. If the king is wicked, the people under him is going to be wicked. And this is what we're seeing, right? We're seeing mass chaos, mass confusion, and it's only going to get worse. It's only going to run rampant. Matter of fact, let me get another one. Job 8 and verse 20. Behold, power will not cast away a perfect man, neither will he help the evildoers. You see that? We're coming into the time, man. The Lord ain't gonna help you niggas, man. And rightfully so. Y'all have heard the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, and y'all have disregarded it. Now we're in the times where, Jake is going to get jacked up. Jake is going to learn the hard way that he should have took heed. As it says, behold, power will not cast away a perfect man. Yahweh Razal, we of those men. The Lord is going to take care of us, even if some have to pass away, as I read right here, Isaiah 57 and verse 1. The righteous perisheth, and no man layeth it to heart, and merciful men are taken away. None consider that the righteous is taken away from the evil to come. So some men may end up being martyrs for this truth, but really, you just resting for a second, man. Right? The first ones that die for this truth are going to be some of the first ones to get the crown. Are going to be some of the first ones to be risen up, as the scriptures speak of. You're still going to see the fall of your enemy. You're still going to have a seat in the chariot, right? Wisdom of Solomon 3 and verse 2, in the sight of the unwise, they seem to die, and the departure is taken from misery. You see, you're taken away from misery. You finished your course. You did what you was supposed to do, right? And they don't understand that. They'll probably be like, that man died or whatever, not knowing you coming back. You coming back, man. Everyone's coming back, but you coming back in that power, in righteousness, in those new bodies, man. Give me 1 second. I'ma fast forward this. Let me see. Playback speed, I'ma have it go a little faster. But fair use, fair use.
You're getting new reports about a chilling and downright shocking escalation of ICE tactics against the residents of Chicago. In the middle of the night, hundreds of armed federal agents and police, backed up by riot trucks, smoke grenades, and helicopters, breached fences and busted doors in an immigration raid on an entire apartment building on the city.
See that? An entire apartment building. Hey, once again, you can say we are pretty much in the beginning stages of Jacob's trouble. Things is getting hot. Things is getting hot, man. It is getting hot out here.
Outside. They pulled dozens of residents from their homes and zip ties, including children, some of them without any clothes. They then held some outside for hours and dragged the others into rented vans.
These are your new stormtroopers. And don't be surprised if you'll just have a regular civilian. I wouldn't be surprised. You would just have regular civilians out here. Right now they're gearing up for Halloween, so that wicked ass holiday. They're gearing up for Halloween right now. Don't be surprised if people go on Amazon or the Halloween store, put on a little police vest and pretend that they're an ICE agent. It's just that easy. The love of many shall wax cold. To go grab people up, man. Hey, we need the protection from Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. We need that protection, man.
It was scary because I've never had a gun put in my face.
Neighbors like Ebony Watson says they ducked for cover as they heard several flashbangs go off.
They was terrified. The kids was crying. People was screaming. They looked very distraught. I was out there crying when I seen the little girl come around the corner because they was bringing the kids out too. Had them zip tied to each other. One of them literally laughed. He was standing right here. He said, them kids.
They zip tied the kids together.
See that? These are the times in which we're in. These are the times in which we're in. Once again, these are like the beginning stages of Jacob's trouble. Once again, Salaki, I keep saying that, but that's the truth. That's the truth. Let me see. Jeremiah 30. Let's go ahead and get that. It's Jeremiah 30. Let's go ahead and highlight these. Let's get that too. All right, Jeremiah 30 and verse 4. And these are the words that the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shah spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah. Right? So northern and southern kingdom. Right? And we're going to read what's going to happen. For thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shah, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, not of peace. Ask ye now, and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore I do see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. So if the man is like that, how much more the children?
Recover as they heard several flashbangs go off.
They was terrified. The kids was crying. People was screaming. They looked very distraught. I was out there crying when I seen the little girl come around the corner. Because they was bringing the kids out too. Had them zip tied to each other. One of them literally laughed. He was standing right here. He said, them kids.
See that? How much more the women and children? And he said, fuck them kids, man. In a way, hey, that's what the Lord doing. Jake don't want to take heed. Jake don't want to take heed. You see, when the man of the Lord hit the scene and started preaching the name of Yahweh Bashim Shah, that's when we started to see the prophecy start to move. See, Christians out there, you've been preaching the name of Cheez-Its, right? You've been preaching the name of Cheez-Its. Nothing has been moving, right? Nothing has been moving. But when the name of Yahweh Bashim Shah was stirred up in the earth, that's when we start to see prophecy moving, right? The dead being risen, right? We was in a dead state, the dead being risen up, right? The great awakening right before our very eyes. And with that, these are pretty much the beginning stages, the birthing, the house of Israel being birthed, man. You know, like a woman when she's about to have a child, right? Those pains that she get, this is what we seeing, right? The child is beautiful. It's such a happy moment. But before then, the pain, right? You're seeing the pain, the beginning stages of that. This is what we seeing, right? But get this, alas, for that day is great, so that is none like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. You see that? Now he is the elect. Do what you're supposed to be doing.
Zip tied the kids together. ICE put out a statement saying they were pursuing Trinidad gang members, but U.S. citizens living in the building say they were detained too. The cops told them that if they had any unrelated warrants, they wouldn't be going back home. 37 people were ultimately arrested after agents separated children from their parents on the street. And if you're looking at this and asking yourself, how is this legal? That is the right question to ask. And it has kind of an answer. And to understand it, you have to go back to Los Angeles this summer, where federal immigration agents started pushing the envelope on orders from the White House. They raided Home Depot parking lots and Walmart lots, and they grabbed people they saw. Near one Home Depot, masked agents with batons grabbed Narcisco Barranco, who has lived in the U.S. for more than 30 years and has 3 sons serving the Marine Corps. Agents beat Barranco on the ground, dislocating his shoulder before detaining him. In Van Nuys, agents raided a car wash, sending patrons and workers scrambling before the 79-year-old owner, who is a U.S. citizen named Rafi, tried to ask them what they were doing.
That is when Rafi was taken down by agents and eventually
See that? It's times that we in, man. And it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. Let me see if I got any more scriptures. I'm going to go ahead and close out on that. Let me see. Let's see. I'm going back to Wisdom of Solomon 3, verse 1. But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of power, and there shall no torment touch them. And some brothers are going to be delivered. No torment touch them. Not a hair on their head is going to be touched, right? Other brothers' walk is different from other brothers. Some may be very similar. In the sight of the unwise, they seem to die, and the departure is taken from misery. So some may the Lord may be taken away. But they're just resting. They're good. And they're going from us to be utter destruction, but they are in peace. You see that? They are in peace. For though they be punished in the sight of men, yet their hope full of immortality. You see? Because it's just part of the test. It's part of the condition of the battle in which you have to go through, right? Let's see. Yeah. And have been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded. For power proved them and found them worthy for himself. You see, whatever you got to go through, endure hardness as a good soldier, right? The Lord is going to found you worthy. As gold in the furnace, he tried them and received them as a burnt offering, right? Let's see. Verse 7, in the time of their visitation, they shall shine and run and to and fro like sparks among the stubble. They shall judge the nations and have dominion over the people, and the Lord shall reign forever. And you see that? That's that spiritual power. So the man, the Lord, going to get that spiritual power. You're going to be wishing, Jake, that you took heed, right? You could have been out here like a superhero, but the Lord has to try your faith. Right now, doing this work consistently, not falling off, not slacking, right? Doing what you're supposed to do. It's a test right now, but the real test is coming, right? And the Lord's going to find you worthy, and he's going to deliver you, right? When the enemy comes in like a flood, right? Lord shall lift up a standard. That's coming. That's coming, Jake. And Jake's going to be wishing that he took heed. So yeah, that respect is coming, right? And then we're going to judge the nations. We're going to have dominion over the people. But this is part of the growing pains, right? This is just part of it. A lot of death, hell, and chaos must be upon the earth. And then our kingdom is going to be ushered in. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Y'all, right, this is an edifying lesson. Shalom, shalom, shalom.